Hi, Sutrick. This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thanks for sending me that email with the stock that you wanted analyzed. I did find it on StockCharts.com. I know that you use TradingView.com, but if I am able to find it on StockCharts.com, I'll use it just because of the easeability and my familiarity with it. So anyway, here is the stock. The ticker on StockCharts.com is the and sign M.IN, which is Mahindra and Mahindra. An Indian stock that trades on the Indian Stock Exchange, obviously. It was incepted back in 2005, had a little bit of up and down into the late 2008 low, at which point it embarked on a very large, beautiful five-wave advance into the 2018 high, a little bit above 950 it peaked before it reversed and tanked in a major way into the 2020 low. So this chart here, normally I look at things in a log scale, but I put it in a linear scale because I think this five-wave advance is a little bit cleaner. You can very clearly see kind of the separation of the different waves, specifically in this third wave here. This makes it a little bit more clear, and it's just fairly obvious that the five-wave advance completed here based on what happened since then. So we know a major trendy up move completed at this point, and then a large down move began from there, and the real question is, what is the nature of this down move here? Is it a trendy move or is it a counter trend move? We're going to take a look at both options and see if we can come to a conclusion, and also use the strength that's occurred in 2020 to kind of make an opinion on what form this move took. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this decline here off the 2018 high. This is it. This is the first take of that breakdown. This labels the move as a counter trend three-wave pullback that completed in 2020 and has since given way to a resumption of the overall uptrend. I think this is the best option. You can see that it counts out pretty well with a nice kind of extended A wave down and five-wave move, and then a counter trend recovery and a B wave, and then a C wave down in 2020. Let's look at the other option if we were trying to label this as a trend, and I'll tell you why I don't think this is the case, and it's important for what's going to happen in the future. But this labeling here calls that decline a five-wave move. You can see how I labeled it here. It still works. I don't think it's quite as good of an option for two reasons. First, the third wave down, you can kind of see the slope just based on this gray line here, is significantly flatter than what happened for the first wave and the fifth wave. That's normally not what happens. Normally, third waves are the strongest moves of a trendy move. Normally, the slope of that move is steeper than you would see here. This looks more like something else like I showed you before, the three-wave move. And the second reason I don't think this is the case is the trendy nature of the recovery off the 2020 high. Bottom line, if M&M is able to move above 700 in any notable way, it would negate this possibility altogether, and it would confirm that instead we are in fact looking at a three-wave pullback, which is critical because the advance then off of the 2020 high would represent the resumption of the overall uptrend and not just a counter trend bounce within a larger down move. So this is what I think is happening. I believe it's a three-wave down move to the 2020 low, and then a new trendy up move has begun. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this action off the 2020 low to provide a little more detail about that. Here it is. It's a super sharp move. It's got obviously a ton of gain going for it already. It's seen no major pullback over the course of several months. It still looks like it's going. It looks like it's a five-wave move that is nearing completion, and at some point you probably are going to see a larger counter trend pullback to correct this strong up move. I know nothing has really gone corrected since March across the market, including M&M. But a move below 545 at any point in time would indicate that that larger counter trend pullback has begun. If a move below 545 takes place, what we would be looking for is a counter trend pullback that works its way down into this yellow Fibonacci support area from there. So what we would be looking for is a high, a counter trend pullback into this area, at which point the next big five-wave advance would be expected to begin. So as long as any pullback stays above 390, that's the level to watch overall. Obviously, that's a very far ways away. But as long as it stays above 390, overall M&M is going to remain bullish. So again, the keys are a move below 545 would indicate that this big up leg has completed and a larger counter trend pullback has begun. at which point we would be looking for support in this area with a three-wave pullback, support to be found in here, and then for price to resume that uptrend, give us more trendy upside movement as it eventually works its way all the way back up to new highs above the 2018 high. So I am bullish on M&M. Be on guard for a larger pullback in the near future. Doesn't look like it's begun yet, but the potential is there in the near future for that to happen. But overall, for M&M to continue trucking higher from there. So I hope that's helpful. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.